For the Geometry Final Exam Review Packet number 1, this is the first semester review. The open response section. The first question here says, use the angle addition postulate to find the value of x. So RQS, which is this angle here, is 5x plus 15. And PQS, so this small angle here, is 10x minus 15. It tells us that RQP, so the entire angle, is 75 degrees. So for these two, I can add my two angle measurements and equal that to 75. So I would need to combine my like terms. 10x and 5x make 15x. And then 15 and negative 15, they just cancel each other out. So we're equaling that to 75. And then if I divide by 15, x is 5. And that's all it asks for. It just asks for x. So x is 5. In number 2, this is a very small proof. It says here that RM is congruent to MC. And the reason for that is because it was given to us. So that first line should be really easy. It's given. Now I'm going to go look. RM is congruent to MC. If that is true, what do we know about this point? Okay, well, we know that M has to be a midpoint. So point M is a midpoint. And we know that by the definition of midpoint. All right, moving on to number 3. This one, we are given the measure of angle 2 here, and we're given the expression for angle 3. And these two right here are same side interior angles. And they sum or add together to be 180. So first, let's go ahead and add these together and equal that to 180. So in combining like terms, I would get 20x and negative 40. If I add 40, we get 220, and I need to divide that by 20. So 220 divided by 20 is 11. But they're asking for angle 1. So if I look at my relationships here of the angles, angle 1 is congruent to angle 3 by corresponding angles. So if I find angle 3, then I have found angle 1. So I'll plug 11 back into angle 3. So the measure of angle 1 equals the measure of angle 3, and that would be 7 times 11 minus 24. So 77 minus 24 is 53, and that's degrees since we're talking about an angle measurement. Okay, and number 4, it says the measure of angle 1 is 9x minus 4, and the measure of angle 2 is 5x plus 28. Find x and the measure of each angle. Okay, so we know that these right here are vertical angles. Okay, vertical angles are equal to one another. So first, I would go ahead and do that, and then I can subtract 5 from each side, giving me 4x minus 4 equals 28. Then I add 4 to both sides and get 32. And then I divide both sides by 4, and we get x is 8. Okay, now if I plug in 8 to one of these, that's going to give me my first measurement. So if we plug into angle 1, 9 times 8 minus 4. Oh, there we go, a little better. We would get 72 minus 4, and that's 68 degrees. Okay, so measure of angle 1 is 68, but vertical angles tell us that angle 2 is also 68. But to get angle 3, if I look at it this way, that's supplementary. That plus that would equal 180, or this plus this would equal 180, either way. So for angle 3, take 180 minus 68 and get 112.